Okay. Anybody solve that example? Any answer?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have solved, or that you have solved?
तुम्ही सोडून दिले सर.
It's okay, no problem. And this one, seventh one.
सर 6वा क्वेश्चन तुम्ही आम्हाला होमवर्क दिलता सर.
होमवर्कला दिलता सर.
6 number question.
Okay. Okay.
हा सर.
Is there any answer? Anybody solve that?
90
sir.
ohm.
90 ohm.
Okay, that answer is
90 ohm.
90 ohm. Let me check it. This is the answer. Is it right? Now, I will try to solve that example. All of you, please have that attention. And those students who have not solved this example, you can try to write it down along with me. Okay. So write down that given data first. Here, there are two types of wires are there. One is a silver, and another one is manganese. Am I right? Now, let me consider that suffix 1 for silver and suffix 2 for the manganese wire. Is it right? Now, the resistance of a silver wire, which is given, we call it R1 is equal to 1 ohm. And the resistance of manganese wire, we have to calculate. So, R, we have to calculate it. Then the manganese wire of 1/3 length. Suppose resistance of silver wire, let me consider that it's a L1. So what is the length of a manganese wire? 1/3 L1. Is it right? And the diameter is given. It means that if I consider the diameter of a silver wire is a D1, so definitely diameter of manganese wire is 1/3 of D1. Means through that diameter, we can calculate that area of cross section. Is it right? Then, as the two different materials are given in this numerical, it means that the resistivity rho value is a change. Let me consider that value of rho for silver is rho 1, and for manganese, as they have provided, it's 30 times of a silver. So can I say that rho 2 is equal to 30 times of rho 1? Is it okay? Now, as the diameter is given, and we have that formula for area, that is nothing but A is equal to pi by 4 d square. Is it right? This is our basic formula for the area of cross section. Now, based on that, I can write here A1 upon A2 is equal to pi by 4 d1 square divided by pi by 4 d2 square. Is it right? So the pi by 4 will get cancelled. So here I can write A1 upon A2 is equal to D1. Let me put it as it is. Is it right? And D2, which is nothing but 1/3 D1 square. Oh, sorry, this whole bracket square. Is it right? So I can write here, which is equal to D1 square divided by 1/9 D1 square. So can I write it down here? A1 upon A2, which is equal to 9. Up to this, any problem? Yes or no?
No, sir.
If you have that problem, please stop me there. Otherwise, I will not get the things. What is that exact difficulty is there? Now, as we want to calculate the value of resistance R2, so I can write here R2 divided by R1, which is equal to rho 2 divided by rho 1 into L2 divided by L1 into what I can write now here. How I can write that ratio of area of cross section?
A1
divided by
Ah,
A1 divided by A2.
reply me fast. Okay. So now R2 we have to calculate, divided by R1 is 1. Now rho 2 is 30 times of rho 1 divided by rho 1 is as it is into L2 is 1 by 3 L1, and this L1 is as it is, and A1 upon A2 is a 9. Is it right? So this rho 1 get cancelled, L1 get cancelled. What is the remaining term? R2 is equal to 30 into 9 divided by 3. Is it right? Therefore, R2 is equal to 90 ohm. This is the final answer. Take a note of this thing. Those who have not written the answer, take a note of this thing. Someone please reply me once this part is over. Please reply me so that I can proceed further. Or or yes or no? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Why the time is required to write down this thing?
झालं सर.
Okay. Let me take that next one example. So all of you please note down this example. A copper wire of diameter 1 centimeter had a resistance of 0.15 ohm. Let me write it down, that given data. A copper wire of diameter, as I say, that D1 is equal to 1 centimeter, and its resistance R1 is equal to 0.15 ohm. It was drawn under pressure so that its diameter was reduced to 50%. What is reduced? Diameter is reduced. Now, if you consider this one is a copper wire, it has its diameter 1 centimeter, so that time its resistance is 0.15 ohm. Now, when we apply the pressure to that wire, definitely its length is increases, but its diameter definitely it's reduced. And how much the diameter is reduced? In the second case, diameter is reduced by 50%. How I can write it down about the D2? Can I write it down like that? Now the D2, it becomes 0.5 centimeter. Yes or no? हे लक्षात येते
Yes,
का
sir.
त्यांच्या?
Yes.
आणि तो निम्मा कमी झालेला आहे. डायमीटर हा 50% म्हणजे 1/2 D1 न कमी झालेला आहे. That is nothing but 0.5 centimeter. And then what will be the resistance, new resistance? When the diameter is reduced by 50%, that resistance we need to calculate it. Is it right? Means through that diameter, we can calculate the relation about area of cross section. But the one thing is that under pressure, we have reduced its diameter. It means that material is not changed. Is it right? And they have not given anything about the length of that wire. So what is the key point of this numerical?
Volume not changed.
Absolutely correct. The volume of that wire before applying pressure and after applying pressure, it will be remain same, because nothing is added, nothing is removed from that wire is there. So that's why the key point, the key of this numerical is volume is same. Now what is the formula for volume?
AL.
A1 L1, this is the volume before applying the pressure, and A2 L2, this is the volume after applying the pressure. Is there any doubt? No problem. Then as we know that if I want to calculate the A1, then I can calculate by using the formula pi by 4 D1 square. Is it right? And A2, which is nothing but pi by 4 D2 square. Is it right? So can you calculate that A1 and A2 first? Here I can put pi by 4. D1 is what? 1 centimeter, means 1 into 10 raised to minus 2 raised to 2. So can you give me that? What is the value of A1? Just type it as it is. Pi divided by 4, take one bracket, 1 into 10 raised to minus 2, bracket raised to 2, and give me that value of A1. Pi ची value 3.14 घेऊ नका. On the calculator, that pi symbol is already over there. Just type it as it is. Pi divided by 4 in bracket 1 into 10 raised to minus 2, bracket raised to 2. रेस टू साठी तुम्हाला कॅप यूज करायला सांगितले मी. हा, कॅन समवन गिव्ह मी दॅट आन्सर? What is the value of A1?
0.785 into 10 raised to minus 4.
0.785 into 10 raised to
Minus 4.
minus 2 meter square. All of you please check it. Your answer? A1. Is it same?
-5.
Hello?
7.8 into 10 -5.
नाही ऐकवलं.
7.85 into 10 raised to minus 5.
Minus
5.
5.
minus 5 कसं येऊ शकतं?
सर तिथे 10 raised to minus 2 आहे ना, तिथे 10 raised to minus 4 येते, मग ते पुन्हा पॉइंट चेंज केल्यावर -5 येते.
मग हे आन्सर चुकलंय का इथं?
ते बरोबर आहे, फक्त 10 raised to minus 4 करायचंय तिथं.
इथं का?
हा सर.
आता आलं का बरोबर?
येस सर.
हा, आता A2 तसाच कॅल्क्युलेट करा. pi/4 D2 is 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 raised to 2. Calculate that value of A2. मी कॅल्क्युलेशन साठी फक्त ही मेथड वापरली बरं का. अजून सोप्या मेथडनं पण आपण हे एक्झाम्पल सॉल्व्ह करू शकतो. बट माय इंटेन्शन इज दॅट through practice you must be very strong in the calculation, because pi/4, 10 raised to minus 2 raised to 2, the students are always confused while doing the calculation on the calculator. But I want that you must be familiar with the calculator, you must be strong in the calculation. That's why I follow this method.
-0.196 into 10 raised to minus 4.
0.196 into 10 raised to minus 4. All of you please check it. This is the A2. Is it right? Now, as we know that the key of this numerical is volume is same, now I can write here A1 upon A2, which is equal to L2 upon L1. Because when I transfer A2 to this side, it should be divided to A1, and when I transfer L1 to this side, it should be divided to L2. So this is the relation in between L2 and L1. Now I use that our formula R2 upon R1 is equal to, rho is same, L2 divided by L1 into A1 upon A2. Is it right? Now, as we know that L2 by L1 is nothing but A1 by A2. So I can put that value over there, R2 divided by R1, which is equal to A1 by A2 multiplied by A1 by A2. So can I write it down here, which is equal to A1 by A2 raised to 2. Is it right? Then I will put that value here. R2 divided by R1 is 0.15, which is equal to A1 is 0.785 divided by A2 is 0.196 raised to 2. Is it okay? Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt?
No.
No sir.
अरे कोणीतरी विचारा की तिथं 10 raised to minus 4 का घेतलं नाही म्हणून.
Cancel.
it will be cancelled to each other. That's why I have not written 0.785 into 10 raised to minus 4 divided by 0.196 into 10 raised to minus 4 will be get cancelled. That's why I have not written. Simple thing I have written. Now can you give me that? What is the value of R2?
16.
16?
Yes, sir.
16 ohm. All of you please check that your calculation. Don't copy paste this answer as it is. कारण एक्झाम मध्ये तुम्हाला स्वतःला कॅल्क्युलेशन करावं लागणार आहे. इथं तिथं कोण सुद्धा तुम्हाला आन्सर देणार नाही. If you have that the different answer, let me know these things.
टू पॉइंट फोर येते. ब्रॅकेट आहे तो ब्रॅकेट आहे त्याचं 16 येते आणि त्याला 0.15 न मल्टिप्लाय करायचं.
2.406 येते.
2.06 हे आन्सर आहे का?
2.406.
अरे कॅल्क्युलेशन मध्ये आता मला करायला लागतंय का काय मग?
नो सर 2.4 येते. 40 येते.
करेक्ट आहे सर, किती येते?
2.4.
2.4 येते.
2.4 is the answer given by the most of the students. So can I erase these things?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
2.4.
Yes sir. 2.4.
2.4.
Is there any doubt? Otherwise, I need to take the calculator and I have to do the individual calculation. If you have that doubt.
No.
If not, then note down these things and then we will go to the next example. Let me clear that one thing. It is expected that you should attend this session with the calculator. Don't use that mobile calculator. Use your individual calculator, separate calculator. आवाज येत नाही? हॅलो,
ब्रेक होते सर.
am I audible or not?
ब्रेक होते तो.
1 minute. माझे हेडफोन आहे काय? हा, now it is audible or not?
Yes sir. Audible.
सर
Let me repeat my instruction. It is expected that everyone will attend the session with the calculator. Don't use the mobile calculator. Now it is clearly audible.
Yes sir.
Yes.
yes sir.
Okay. Okay. So shall I take that the next example?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Write down. Write down that example. Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now again, that example is little bit different. All of you, please concentrate. I'm going to solve that numerical. You please have that attention towards my discussion, and then after that, I will give the sufficient time to note it down. Is it okay? Now, two wire, aluminum and copper, having same resistance and same length. Which of the two is a lighter? Lighter means मासला लाईट असलं पाहिजे. बरोबर आहे. बरोबर आहे, ते हलकं असलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे कोणती वायर हे मास हे लेस आहे हे आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं. त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला मास पण कन्सिडर करावं लागणार आहे. गेट इट माय पॉइंट. नाउ द डेन्सिटी ऑफ कॉपर and that aluminum is provided. The resistivity of copper and that aluminum is also given. Now let me write it down the data first. Let me write down that given data. Now for aluminum wire, is it right? Al, I use that the density. Okay, for that aluminum wire having the same resistance, here I can write R1 and same length L1. Then which of the two is lighter? The density of copper and aluminum. Aluminum is given density. I use that word D. Now here D stands for density, not a diameter. Have attention towards here, which is 2.7 into 10 raised to 3a. इथं काय 10 raised to 3. मला वाटतं इथं तुम्हाला 103 दिसतंय बघा. Is it right? kg per meter cube. Please do the correction in the notebook. 2.7 into 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube. Then the resistivity of aluminum ρ1, which is 2.6 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Now for copper, I use that suffix 2, R2, then L2. Now density of copper, it becomes 8.9 into 10 raised to 3 kg per meter cube. Is it right? And the resistivity of copper, it becomes 1.72 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. And what we have to calculate, the which wire is lighter. But another one given data is provided in that numerical, that is in the first line, the aluminum and copper wire having the same resistance and same length. So can I write it down here? R1 is equal to R2 and L1 is equal to L2. Up to this, any problem?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Now, if you see this numerical, they have not provided anything about the area of cross section, because over here we use that D for density. They have not provided anything about that area of cross section. So we try to calculate the relation about that area of cross section first. So I can write here R1 upon R2, which is equal to ρ1 upon ρ2 into L1 upon L2 into, now I can write A2 upon A1. Is it right? Now, as we know that R1 upon R2, which is nothing but 1, because R1 is equal to R2. Similarly, L1 is equal to L2, means this ratio is also 1. This one and this one, both the ratios are 1. Is it right? So can I write it down here? A1 upon A2 is equal to ρ1 upon ρ2. This is the key of this example. ह्या स्टेप्सला काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का बघा. This one is acts as a key of that example. If you have that any doubt, definitely I will explain more. No doubt? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Now as we want to take into consideration the mass of that wire. So do you know that what is the formula for the mass, density, and the volume in terms of by combining these three terms? What is that formula?
Density is equal to mass divided
Mass
by
upon
volume.
volume.
हा, आता त्याच्यासाठी सुद्धा मी हिंट देतो बघा. जर कोणाला जर मास, डेन्सिटी आणि व्हॉल्यूमच्या रिलेशन्स माहित नसेल तर त्या ठिकाणी तुम्ही हे युनिट चेक करा. कोणतं इथं दिलेलं आहे बघा, हे युनिट काय दिलंय व युनिट देताना त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे डेन्सिटी, ही डेन्सिटी आहे आणि डेन्सिटीचं युनिट काय दिलंय केजी पर मीटर क्यूब. केजी कशाचं युनिट आहे मासचं आहे. मीटर क्यूब कशाचं युनिट आहे
Volume.
म्हणजे डेन्सिटी इज इक्वल टू मास अपॉन व्हॉल्यूम. Simple. Get it my point? Now let me try to write it down here. Here I can write mass because that formula we need to consider. आता मी थोडासा वेगळा लिहितोय फॉर्म्युला. Mass is equal to volume into density. म्हणजेच density is equal to mass upon volume. Nothing but the same thing. No problem.
No, sir.
Now I can write the equation of mass for aluminum. M1 is equal to volume. Volume साठी मी कसा फॉर्म्युला लिहिणार? A1 L1 into D1. Similarly, copper साठी मी हा फॉर्म्युला कसा लिहिणार? M2 is equal to volume A2 L2 into D2. बरोबर आहे. मग आता मी यांचा रेशो घेतो. M1 upon M2 which is equal to A1 L1 into D1 divided by A2 L2 into D2. आता आपल्याकडे L1 आणि L2 चं रिलेशन माहित आहे, दोन्ही सेम आहेत. सेम आहेत म्हणल्यानंतर हे दिस विल गेट कॅन्सल. इज इट राईट? A1 अपॉन A2 च्या ऐवजी आपण ρ1 अपॉन ρ2 ठेवू शकतो. त्याच्यासाठी तर मी ह्याला म्हणलेलं आहे की आहे बघा ही न्यूमेरिकलची, कारण एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शनच्या बद्दल काहीच प्रोव्हाइड केलेलं नाहीये. आणि D1 आणि D2 दोन्हीही वायरचं आपल्याला डेन्सिटी प्रोव्हाइड केलेली आहे. सो कॅन आय राईट इट डाऊन हिअर which is equal to ρ1 upon ρ2 into D1 upon D2. L1 is get cancelled to that L2. Is it right? Now, if I put up that the value here, I can write M1 upon M2 is equal to ρ1. What is the value of ρ1? 2.6. Okay, then ρ2 divided by 1.72 multiplied by D1, it's a 2.7. Is it right? Divided by D2, it's a 8.9. Can somebody give me that answer? आता इथं मी ρ1 ला 2.6 into 10 raised to minus 8 आणि ρ2 ला 1.72 into 10 raised to minus 8. This minus 8 get cancelled. Similarly, in terms of density, 2.7 into 10 raised to 3 and D2 8.9 into 10 raised to 3. This 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 3 will get cancelled. So I have not written here. Give me that answer.
Answer is 0.
आता हे कॅल्क्युलेशन जर तुम्ही असं करत असाल तर बघा इकडे लक्ष द्या. जर तुम्ही फक्त असं टाइप करत असाल 2.6 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.72 मल्टिप्लाइड बाय 2.7 डिवाइडेड बाय 8.9, कॅल्क्युलेटर तुम्हाला रॉंग आन्सर देईल. लक्षात येतंय? तर त्याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला याला एक ब्रॅकेट कन्सिडर करावं लागेल, याला एक ब्रॅकेट कन्सिडर करावं लागेल, तर तुमचं आन्सर बरोबर येऊ शकतात.
0.45 4582.
0.4585.
बर काय असेल ते 0.45 पर्यंत तर एक आहे.
Yes sir.
3 पर्यंत काय तुम्हाला ओके. आता इकडे लक्ष द्या. आता आपलं एक्झाम्पल संपलेलं आहे बघा. फक्त तुम्हाला आन्सर मिळालेलं आहे ते लक्षात येणं फार गरजेचं आहे. आता इथं मी लिहितो बघा या बॉक्स मध्ये, कारण आय डोंट हॅव द स्पेस. M1 upon M2 which is equal to 0.45. Can I say that this ratio is less than 1? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
आता मला सांगा M1 म्हणजे काय? सिल्वर वायरचं मास आहे M1, सॉरी अल्युमिनियम वायरचं मास आहे, अल्युमिनियम माहिती आहे. आणि M2 म्हणजे काय?
कॉपर वायरचं मास.
मग आता या दोन टर्म पैकी या दोन्हीचा रेशो जर लेस दॅन 1 येत असेल तर हेवी कोण आणि लाईट कोण रेशो कधी 1 पेक्षा लेस दॅन असू शकतो?
M2 मोठा असेल तर.
M2 मोठा असेल.
म्हणजे M2 हा M1 पेक्षा
M1 is
मोठा
lighter.
इथं आहे, म्हणून आपल्याला त्याचा रेशो हा लेस दॅन 1 आलेला आहे. मग आपल्याला प्रश्न विचारलेला की विच वायर इज लाइटर, मीन्स which wire having that less mass? M1. So can I say that aluminum wire is aluminum wire is काय व्हायला लागलं? एक 1 minute. Otherwise you can note it down. Here I can write aluminum wire is lighter. No doubt. ज्या विद्यार्थ्यांना एखादी स्टेप्स ही मी एक्सप्लेन करताना समजते परंतु पुन्हा व्यवस्थित लक्षात येत नाही तर त्यांनी एक स्वतःला सवय लावून घेतली पाहिजे. ज्या स्टेप्स स्वतःला वाटतंय की पुन्हा ही लक्षात येणार नाही त्याच्या पुढं सरळ सरळ मराठीत लिहून घ्यायचं. तुम्हाला ज्या भाषेत समजेल अशा भाषेमध्ये त्या स्टेपच्या पुढं मराठी भाषेमध्ये ब्रॅकेटमध्ये लिहून ठेवायचं की जेणेकरून ज्यावेळेस पुन्हा ते एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही रीड करत असाल, सॉल्व्ह करत असाल त्यावेळेस ते स्टेप्स तुम्हाला समजली गेली पाहिजे. So roll number 62 and 59, these two roll numbers are absent today. Again I will repeat, this is the one of the method to solve the numerical. Now once your idea about this numerical will be clear, you can try to use your own method to solve the same numerical. But the thing is that the conceptually, the procedure, the method, and the final answer should be same. If your calculated answer is 0.4 and then something, that much tolerance will be accepted, no doubt about it, but the 0.4 should be the same. And that another one instruction is that try to use the calculator for doing the calculation maximum times so that you will be very expert in the calculator, and then there is not any botheration about the use of a calculator at the time of examination, and you will get or your calculation speed will also increase, and that is expected thing is there. I assume that every students have their own calculator. Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So today we stop here. Okay. And in the next lecture, we are going to start the new theoretical points. Okay. So it is expected that till now we have solved total 8 numericals on the point resistance and the resistivity. So you please do the practice of that, the numerical. And another one thing is that you please do that the separate notebook for solving that assignment, solving that MCQ, and solving that important point. Separate notebook for your understanding purpose only. Okay. So whenever I will provide you that assignment question, MCQ, you need to write in that notebook. Then it is very easy to you to scan the pages and send it to me. Is it right? So the regular class notebook should be separate, and your assignment MCQ notebook should be separate. Okay. So today we stop here.
Sir, hello.
Thank you.